Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my world here on the internet. I'm your host, Moises Beauchamp Jr. Once again, welcoming you to my world here on YouTube. Hey, if you're new to the channel, meaning that this is your first time here watching my content and you're not yet a subscriber, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button, and of course that notification bell, like that you are sure to never miss when I come on, when either I upload or I go live. Yeah. Once again, my good peoples, I'm your host, Moises Beauchamp, and we about to get it in right after a word from our sponsor. Yeah. All right. If you need a website or some sort of a marketing video, sales funnel, anything dealing with marketing, the link is below. Holla at your boy. We'll get it done for you. All right. That wasn't supposed to be on. Excuse that. But I really was gonna come on here and talk about this chase that was going on down in the Midwest somewheres, where they was chasing this Honda, and they had the whole SWAT team chasing this dude. And the long and short of it is that I tried to get the footage to share it with everyone, but it was gone. It like disappeared. And I think it was because dude got shot and probably is no longer here with us. I don't know what the outcome was. Like I said, they took it off the YouTube channel. It was News Nation. They had the live going on, and from what they were, from what I seen, they were shooting them with these smoke canisters. They said it was tear gas. I mean, you could see when they were shooting, and you could see all the smoke. But at one point, dude's trying to get out the passenger side, and at one point, you see one of them, he got shot with one of them smoke bombs, and then he just dropped. They claim that he shot himself, but from what I seen, there was no way that that man shot himself. So that's probably why the footage is gone, you know what I'm saying? But it's going to be interesting to see, how they put that together. See, that was a live footage. So it's going to be interesting to see how they spin it. You feel me? So when that happens, you feel me, I'll be here to share with y'all. All right, all right. So being that that footage disappeared and I can't, you know what I'm saying, bring that to y'all, I'm gonna bring the situation with Richard Allen, the gentleman that was charged with the murder of them two little girls back in 2017 in Delphi. You feel me? I'm gonna let them explain it to you because they can explain it to you better than I can. You feel me? So shout out to WRTV. This is their content. And I'm gonna go ahead and share that with the family so we can get a better understanding of the situation with these two little girls. You feel me? And in between, you know what I'm saying, I'll probably be interjecting with my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Opinions are like buttholes, everyone has them. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that whatever I say is fact because it may not be fact. You feel me? It's just my opinion. And my opinion doesn't reflect on the opinions of my viewers or any of that. All right? So with that said, let's get it in.
That somebody would do this to two young girls is, it just kind of don't know what to say. There's still a lot of unanswered questions that we're trying to figure out.
There may be commercials on
We hope
this
and
because
pray
it's
every
not my
day
content,
that
so
justice for
we
the
just have
girls
to bear
is
with it.
given.
We don't think about things like this, but this monster, they're gonna get him.
I am proud to report to you that today, actually last Friday, was the day.
Good afternoon, I'm Nicole Griffin. 2 counts of murder is the charge against the suspect in the murders that rocked Delphi, Indiana, and the entire state for more than 5 years. You watched the formal announcement made right here on WRTV less than 2 hours ago. We have team coverage this midday, starting with WRTV's Rachel Wilkerson, who has been following this announcement throughout the morning. She joins us live in Delphi with reaction to this long-awaited news. Rachel, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Bittersweet is how Indiana State Police describe today. For more than 5 years, so many have been waiting for justice in the murders of Abby Williams and Libby German. The suspect, investigators say, was hiding in plain sight. 50-year-old Richard Allen has been charged for their murders. Records show Allen has lived in the Delphi community for at least 16 years. Although the big announcement came today, Indiana State Police say Allen was taken into custody Wednesday by the Delphi Double Homicide Task Force and then transported to Carroll County Jail. He is now in the White County Jail. Allen has pleaded not guilty and is being held without bond. In the meantime, all court documents related to the case remain under seal, meaning the details leading up to the arrest are not available to the public at this time. ISP says they feel confident they got their guy. They made a promise to the families in 2017. On February 13th, 2017, the girls went for a walk in the woods near the Monon High Bridge. They were never seen alive again. On Valentine's Day of 2017, their bodies were found on the back end of a private piece of property less than a mile from where they were dropped off the day before. What happened between the time they were dropped off and when their bodies were tragically found has remained a mystery for years. Finding the Delphi killer has become an international obsession. Today was an emotional day as people packed this church. Listen to those closest what they had to say about the case.
Pulling in today, I wasn't really sure what emotion I would experience. But peace came over me. And I didn't expect that to happen. And I hope all of you, with all the different responsibilities you have from around the planet today, have felt some of that as well. But remember, we're not done.
We now move forward through the Indiana criminal justice system, allowing the system to provide its due diligence and process in providing that justice which is owed Abby and Libby, their families, and this community.
I've been very clear to everybody that per the court order, we cannot talk about the evidence that's in the probable cause or the evidence that's in the charging information. That will become evident to you at some point and it'll be released, but right now is not that day. Today's about Abby and Libby.
Want to register for an LLC in 4 easy steps? I got you. Go to Taylor Brands and let's officially form your business. Step 1.
ISP says they've gone through more than 70,000 tips to get to today, and I can tell you for the community, there is a sigh of relief. As far as Allen goes, his bond is set for March of 2023. Reporting live in Delphi, I'm Rachel Wilkerson, WRTV.
Rachel, thank you. So who is Richard Allen? We've been working to find out more about the suspect in the Delphi case, especially since all the court documents remain sealed as of right now. WRTV Investigates Kara Kenny joins us live now.
You know, this guy, this sick son of a, you already know. He was hiding right beneath this whole town, right underneath their noses that whole time. Right there, chilling. Right underneath everybody's noses in that town. Now, who's to say that the person responsible for little Dulce Maria Alves disappearing from that park over there in Bristol isn't right here in our community, right underneath our noses? Something to think about. Let's continue.
With what she's uncovering. Kara.
That's right, Nicole. Richard Allen is actually a longtime member of the community. He's actually lived here in Delphi for at least the past 16 years. He's owned this home on Whiteman Drive since 2006, a middle-class neighborhood with multiple homes. It's half a mile from the middle school where Abby and Libby attended. It's also 2.5 miles from the Monon High Bridge where their bodies were found nearby. Allen has virtually no criminal history. We could only find 2 speeding tickets and a seatbelt violation. Richard Allen is a licensed pharmacy technician in the state of Indiana. He worked at a CVS in Delphi. We've just confirmed that. CVS Corporate just sent us the following statement. As members of the Carroll...
From what I understand, I'm going to look for the footage. From what I understand, this guy even developed photos for the family of one of these little girls. Can you, right there, underneath everybody's noses. Let's continue.
County community, we remain devastated by these murders, and our hearts go out to the German and Williams families. We are shocked and saddened to learn that one of our store employees was arrested as a suspect in these crimes. We stand ready to cooperate with the police investigation in any way we can. Now, we have reached out to Allen's family via email, via phone, and we have not been able to reach them. We also stopped by Allen's home just about an hour ago, and no one answered the door. We're live in Delphi. Kara Kenny, WRTV.
Kara, thank you. And for the community of Delphi, today's announcement has been long anticipated. And while it does bring some sense of closure, what they are finding out about this suspect stuns them. Our Rafael Sanchez spoke to some people who live in Delphi to find out how they plan to move forward.
Abby Williams and Libby German. It's been more than 5 years since their deaths. People who live in Delphi hope today's announcement will bring an end to the years of anxiety and fear.
The backside of our house is along the woods and a creek, and so just having that similar environment of where those girls were at, having that similar environment of my house, I just always made sure that there was somebody there so that I wasn't put in a bad situation.
To find out that the possible suspect was living among them during an intense national search that lasted more than 5 years is baffling to many who called the city of 3,000 home. He wasn't from New York or California or Indianapolis. Apparently a local guy who was amongst you. What do you make of that this person was able to not be identified for 5 years?
That shocks me. I think that's the way I was able to kind of think that things were normal by thinking it was from outside of our community. And so to think that all this time.
I wonder if this dude was out there helping to search for these little girls at the beginning of this case. I wonder if he was involved in all that. So that'd be interesting to know.
That's a shock.
Being a small rural community that Carroll County is, that it would be hard to hide amongst us, just because we are, you know your neighbors, you know the people down the road, and it kind of is your own neighborhood watch, I guess, if you want to say that. You wouldn't have thought that they would be right in your backyard. I just hope that this truly is closure for the family. Being a mother of young daughters myself, you just hope that they can go out into the community safely, walk those trails, and not have to worry about somebody still being at large.
And nothing's going to be able to replace what he's done by taking away those poor lives of those girls.
That was our Rafael Sanchez reporting. Right now at WRTV.com, you can see all of our coverage of the Delphi murders from the beginning of the case in February 2017 through today's announcement of an arrest. And we will have more updates throughout the day as they come into our newsroom. Just find this link on the front page at WRTV.com.
Wow. Right underneath their noses, my good people. That's my thing. Right underneath everybody's noses. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Oh boy. That's the thing that, excuse for the interruption. But yeah, that's the thing. This guy, he probably was out there helping to search and everything. And I mean, we know that, he's innocent until proven guilty. But from what I understand, his voice matches, because one of the little girls was smart enough to record on their phone when dude was following him or whatever. But yeah, interesting to see how this, the outcome of this whole situation. But my thing is that, what I'm saying, with little Dulce Maria Alvarez, how the person responsible could be right underneath our noses. You feel me? But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this right here so I could attend to that phone call, because it was my daughter, and if I don't hurry up and call her back, she'll call me again and just blow my phone up until I you feel me, until I respond to her. But I did want to look for that one video where I believe it was one of these little girls' grandmother. She was saying that this guy, I guess a reporter or something, had asked her if they something about pictures being developed, and he literally took care of them and developed the pictures or whatever. So
welcome to my space.
Boy. see if I could find that. Yeah, here we go.
Building your business online.
Give me a quick second. As I get it together over here on my end real fast. Get it out here for you guys in a second here. Give me a minute. All right, let's get it. All right, this is one of the little girls, the German girl, Libby German, her grandparents. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and share this interview with you guys real quick, because I might have the whole story all twisted. You know what I'm saying? So you could get it from them. Again, let me give the proper credit where the proper credit is due. This video is from the YouTube channel 13WTHR. Shout out to them for this content. All right. Go ahead and pull that up. And here we go.
To kind of just reiterate really what Doug had alluded to, as well as I really do appreciate the media. Some of you I've come to know, or we've come to know over the last 5.5 years, and you've really been very helpful to us and keeping the names out there, keeping this case alive. Very appreciative of that. And while this is another chapter in this whole story that in our lives that we're going through right now, I want to make sure that we continue that, right? The next chapter is now we're onto the prosecution side, right? And let's keep that open out there, keep that flowing, keep the information coming in. I want to make sure we get as much information for the investigators and specifically the prosecutor, specifically at this time moving forward. So with all your guys' help, we keep the information out there and keep the girl's name out there. And again, any information pertaining to anything with this case, obviously with the person arrested, but anything at all, please call that in. Please turn those tips in, because I want to make sure that that's how we support as a family, right? Is keep it out there, asking for help, and you guys carry that message back out there for us, and we are so appreciative of that. But let's stay on top of that and keep pushing forward, because we got another hill to climb, and we're going to get to the top of it. We certainly are.
Mike, how do you feel that the suspect could be a neighbor, could be somebody you've known?
Well, Doug Carter said that early on, if you recall. He said he's hiding in plain sight, and that's the case. Didn't know that. I don't know the gentleman personally at all, So I've probably seen him, but it's a small county, But definitely I don't know him.
What went through your heart, sir, when the last couple weeks when you heard of a suspect and now an arrest? I mean, tell me, it's been so long.
It's somewhat bittersweet, knowing that while it allows us to move to the next turn or the next chapter, we still got a big mountain ahead of us, and we're going to stay after it. We haven't ever given up, and you guys haven't given up on us, and we're going to keep pushing all the way.
There's a lot of information that can't be shared, obviously, at this time. So why is it important to continue with the integrity of the investigation?
I want to make sure that we have everything we possibly need and more. I don't want to leave any stone unturned.
Becky, how are you Do you have anything that you want to add? Sorry, I'm down here, but hi. What went through your heart when you heard? They told you on Friday, correct? Is that when they?
Well, we were called in on Wednesday and told that they had detained somebody, so we've had a couple more days to process this. I don't feel like I thought I would. I've always said that I would be screaming on the rooftops, but we're not. It's sad. While there's somebody that's been arrested, there is, our lives for 5.5 years have been in a search mode, and that's what we've done. And you get up and it's like, oh, we're not doing that anymore. So we're all just kind of feeling our way and figuring out what our purpose is now. What do we do next? How do we help? That's what we want to know, is how do we help now to make sure we have the right person, to make sure there's a conviction, to come to a total final resolution.
Ma'am, are you all fearful that someone else was involved in this that is still at large?
That's certainly a possibility, and that's why we're keeping it open out there, right? That's why the investigators answered that question as well, is the tip line remains open. So any information pertaining to this case, that's certainly, I want to get that to the investigative team and let them vet that out.
You're fearful that that person or those people might have had a role in the actual crime itself?
I don't know any of that information, what you're asking.
Do you think there's anybody in this town that knew about this and kept their mouth shut?
I don't know. That would be speculation, really. I mean...
Watch this. I can show you how to get the biggest discounts online when you shop at major retailers like Amazon and Target.
What do you think?
It's a small town.
Sure is.
He's
A lot of people who
answering
know each other.
these questions
I'll save
pretty
those words
good.
when I see him face to face.
Hey, Mike. Hey, sorry, we got here. I guess how's it feel to know that this guy, nationwide search, this guy was found down the street from where you guys have frequented and gone before?
Well, it's not an area that I really frequent, but, I mean, your point is yeah, it's definitely, that's why we said never stop searching anywhere, because we didn't know where he was. And like I said, Doug Carter had made mention of that, is he could be living right amongst us, hiding in plain sight. And that's what came.
Tell me just how you're feeling.
Do you have anything to say to Richard Allen?
No, I'll save that for when I see him face to face.
Sir, what went through your heart and your mind when those charges were read?
It was a kind of bittersweet, it's, I just know that there's another job, another hill for us to climb ahead of us, but we're up for the challenge, and we're going to keep after it. We're not going to stop.
Why is it important to keep the tip line alive at this point?
Because I want every stone unturned, every bit of information that's out there pertaining to this case. I want the investigative team to have that information.
How confident are you that the police have their man?
That's what the courts will decide, right? But I'm confident. I've always had confidence in the investigative team.
What keeps you hopeful?
Yes, I'm hopeful.
What keeps you hopeful?
The faith and the strength of our family, and the fact of I know how hard the investigative team has worked, and they're nonstop.
Who asked that?
Yep.
Who asked that?
Lady back here.
Oh, I wanted to speak about your faith because I know it was important to you.
If it were your child, would you have an option not to be hopeful?
No, absolutely not.
That's why we're hopeful.
Of course.
You all,
Okay,
can I just ask you one question? Maybe you can put a rumor to rest or something. There's a report going around right now that this Mr. Allen actually processed some photos for the family at the CVS. Do you know if that's accurate?
That is accurate.
Okay, and that he didn't charge the family when they came in to claim the photos?
That is correct.
Okay, and you know that firsthand. We are always careful to be accurate.
All right, one more question.
Do you think the media coverage of this has been fair?
Huh? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys in the media have been certainly more than fair. I mean, don't get me wrong. We've had our share of shots taken at us, and that's fine. And hopefully those people will now be able to reflect in the mirror and say, oh, maybe that wasn't the case. So, reservations and things like this is always the better case, right? This the better judgment. We all know that, and that's just how we are, right? I don't cast judgment on something until I know for sure, and
Okay, thank you, folks.
that's where we're at. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Brother. You're fine.
Ma'am, thank you so much. I know this isn't easy. I appreciate it. Mike,
Wait a minute.
I'm really sorry.
Mean that bad.
No, I really didn't mean that.
Now they was trying to apologize to her, but they kind of, well, she kind of like, I believe that she misunderstood what she said, but that's neither here nor there. But like I was saying, they he developed photos for the family. They didn't even charge him. You feel me? Crazy, right underneath their noses. Sad situation. You know, I can't wait to, you know, for a solution in Dulce's case, you know what I'm saying, where they could come to terms with whatever the case may be, you feel me, whether they find her alive or no longer here with us, you feel me. You know, it'd be nice for all of us, you feel me, to get that out the way, you feel me, because it's stressful, every day, you know, hoping and praying for this little girl to be good, you feel me, to be found. And if something did happen, you know what I'm saying, that's bad, you know, you feel me, we want to know what, you know, the truth, you know what I'm saying, what happened, how it happened, and, you know, justice needs to be served, you feel me? And until then, we're going to continue to speak on Dulce. We're going to continue to be her voice, and we're going to keep her name out there. I'm going to continue to put flyers out and signs up, and I'm going to continue to make videos about her and so on and so forth, because justice needs to be served. Little Dulce Maria Alves. Right? I thank God that there's some sort of closure coming to this family. But from what I'm getting is that they're not even sure if this person that they do have is the only person involved. You know what I'm saying? They say that the voice match and all that other good stuff. But then again, are they chasing? Is this guy innocent? And they just trying to put it on him? From what they say, this is not a very big place. You feel me? Not a very big town, county, or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, it's going to be interesting to see. I'm going to keep following this case amongst others. And we're going to take it from there. All right, my good peoples. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button and that bell like that. You are notified when I do come on here to speak on these matters. So with that said, my good peoples, it's been fun. It's been real. It's your host, Moises Beauchamp Jr., getting up out of here. But now, all right, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. I'm gone. smash on that like button. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. And in the comment section, let's talk about it. Peace and one love.